it's Jennifer Vatsa from Belladonna's Botanicals, and today I wanted to talk a little bit because I do get this question a lot, especially if you've been following my channel since 2020. You might see links to old videos that are in reference to rituals for hire that I used to offer. I made the conscious decision about a year ago to stop offering ritual for hire services. I do offer some limited energy work like Reiki healing, crystal healing, and some oracle readings, stuff like that, because that's what I'm most comfortable with right now. And I did this for a couple reasons. The first being, I really don't enjoy doing ritual work for other people. And I feel like it would be disingenuous of me to take your money and do a half-ass job on a ritual for hire. And there's integrity in that. And I don't think that, it just didn't, I was doing a little bit for a while, with like I used to do sort of like a group thing for the triple binding rituals, but I used to do some jar spells and things like that. And I just found over time it to be very repetitive, and they would always, I enjoyed it at first, but then it just wasn't my wheelhouse. And there's a couple other reasons for that. Is my business, if Belladonna's Botanicals, in which I create all the products and I pretty much do everything. For the most part, I do have some help, but I have to. I mean, depending on the time of year and stuff. I mean, I am very busy all the time. I mean, I have a product catalog that at any given time is about 350 products deep. And most of those are my own products that I create, make, stock, restock ad infinitum. And I move probably about 10,000 units a year of handmade products. So that's a lot of work, and that's a lot of, it's unpredictable because like right now I have a running spreadsheet of all the things I'm out of and soon to be out of, and restocking things sometimes as orders come in or as I'm as I can, like it's a lot. And that is another reason why I'm very and limited in what I do. And a lot of times especially for like, I do like oracle readings, karmic or past life readings, and like divination channeling. And I don't do those as live readings. I provide like a very detailed PDF with all the information, because sometimes it will take me days to get through, especially if the person has a lot of questions and things like that, or a lot comes up for them. So I don't want to be just kind of, fiddle fucking around on a 3-hour Zoom call where I'm like, where I'm trying to get that information for them. So and even then sometimes it can take me a week or so to get through one reading. It depends on what else is going on. And over the past year I've had I had a bout of major depression, and that's thankfully gotten better. It's manageable, and I've seemed to have bypassed seasonal depression so far. But I have a lot of chronic pain issues, and I spent the better half of the year or the latter half of the year going through the process of getting the nerves in my lower lumbar and sacral spine, getting a spinal nerve ablation. And that involved, for insurance purposes, I had to do 2 rounds of nerve block injections in my spine first to see if it would work. And then, they go in and do one side at a time and basically, do these injections in which they burn your nerves away to alleviate the pain. I just finished the second round of that, so it's done on both sides now in December of last year. But while it's helped increase my mobility somewhat, I do still have a fair amount of chronic pain, because for whatever reason, while the nerves are burnt out in that particular area, the ones above and below seem to be like, hey, we feel the pain now too. So I have to kind of deal with a little bit of that now, of troubleshooting why I'm still in pain. I can walk a lot further if I go downtown than I used to, but standing at the sink, rinsing my dishes to put them in the dishwasher, will just cause my back to lock up, and then I need to go lay down for an hour. So some of it for me and doing rituals is that, depending with the chronic pain that I have and it being kind of unpredictable, that influences the spell work that you're doing. And I don't feel like I would be putting my all into doing ritual work for people. I'm going to see how it works through the year. There may be a point in time at which, through my YouTube and Patreon memberships, I might add a monthly group ritual tier and maybe do some collaboration stuff on that. It's just kind of an idea I was batting around. But and I will obviously let everyone know if I decide to do that. There was one other thing, and now I can't remember what it was. But yeah, so it's with dealing with how much volume I do in my business, and how, my chronic pain issues and the unpredictability of that. And also, I am neurodivergent as fuck. There are just some days I do not function. So like yesterday, I did not get out of bed at all. The cats did not get out of bed, and I've said, well, hey, I'm a cat too. Let's do this. So, and my ADHD brain just completely lost where I was going with that. But I don't feel like, I do rituals in a very different way than a lot of people do, because I have to accommodate not only my chronic pain issues, but my wonky ass brain that, I don't particularly like to do things. It depends who's in the driver's seat. If it's autism, we like to be very organized and detail oriented, and if it's ADHD, which often it is, it's just chaos. I don't use a lot of pre-written, incantations or rituals or spells, and I will always, no matter how well prepared I am before doing any kind of spell or ritual, I will forget something completely, despite the fact I kind of keep everything here. I will forget something crucial for it. I'm like, oh, I forgot the crystal I needed for this, or the herbs I needed, or, oh crap, this is upstairs, and where's my lighter? I was here yesterday, not here today. I don't think the rituals I do are very interesting to record. So, I want to give the best to, my clients and customers and followers. So for me, I don't enjoy doing ritual work for other people. Sometimes I don't even enjoy doing ritual work for myself. It depends on what I'm going through. I've got chronic pain issues. I've got a wonky ass brain, and I forgot whatever the other thing was that I mentioned before, because wonky ass brain. I think I'm gonna I might do a series on like magic for the neurospicy. I like that. I like neurospicy as opposed to neurodivergent a little better. But yeah, so because we have to do things different, we have to do what works for us. And that's part of the reason, why, I don't, with the products that I often get like, well, do you have a specific spell for this? I'm like, no, I don't. And I go over that in our creation process video, because, the spells that I do are going to be more black magic, left hand path. They're going to, involve Lucifer and Lilith, whereas if someone is a, baby witch or, Wiccan, they're not going to want to work with the stuff that I'm working with or the style that I'm working. So I kind of like to leave that up to the end user on what they do. And I'm terrible at following my own spells, and I would not wish that on you. The only time I'm good with a spell is if it's something I've channeled and actually written down, like step 1, do this, do that, do this, do that. Otherwise, it's a hot shit show. So anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. And if you're interested in becoming a membership, click the join button. We've got a lot of new content coming out every month for our members and our Discord server and all sorts of fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and Happy New Year.